That's not me. I go where I please. That's not me. That's from an outside perspective and looking at myself on the streets. That's not me. I'm not that. That isn't me. If you were to really look at me and you were to really get to know me and talk to me, then you would know that that's not me. I've been homeless since '08 and on the streets. I would just go behind a building or something and I would just cry because I didn't know what to do. Colette has helped me a lot. It's taken a lot of stress off my shoulders.
Well, we saw the overwhelming needs in the community to help homeless women with children, and we decided to do something about it. Initially, we were going to open up a home for men, but when we looked around, there was no place for women and children.
They only took 2 sets, and they charged us $660, so they did. And they're not finished. I know it's robbery, those cities, man. You guys are we're making too much money, man, off the backs of us poor non-profits. You give it us in one hand and you take it in another. And you guys don't even put on a mask when you're robbing me.
My name is Billy O'Connell. I'm actually one of the founders and I'm currently the executive director of Colette's Children's Home. Our mission is to provide housing and supportive services for homeless women and children and to empower those women and break the vicious cycle of homelessness that they're caught up in.
So I became homeless because it was kind of like I was getting kicked out / I had had enough of it. I had had enough of everything that was going on. I just had enough. When you're on the streets, you need to worry about everything that's going on around you. I don't think I would have really survived if I didn't have my guitar with me. In the sense it's made my food, man. That was food money right there. The things that you can't describe with your mouth, you can't describe verbally, it's described through music. It hits things that you normally don't get understood.
Orange County has one of the highest per capita rates of millionaires in the United States, and we also have one of the highest per capita rates of homelessness next to Detroit, Michigan.
When I first hit the streets, I cried because I didn't know what to do. You don't really ever sleep, and when you close your eyes, you're so afraid that somebody's gonna come up to you and take advantage of you somehow. Because even when you close your eyes, there's constant movement around you, whether it's an airplane or there's the hum of the electric poles, or it's people walking, or cars driving by, or doors being opened and closed, or whatever it might be. Being a woman and being on the streets, it's dangerous. It's a little more dangerous to be a girl on the street than it is for a guy. The attitude down here is not friendly, it's not opening, and it's not warm and welcoming. It's a cold shoulder all the time. That's why I love the place where I'm at right now, because it's not like that.
As time progressed, we realized that in order to break the cycle of homelessness, we needed the people that we were serving needed a lot more supportive services, like case management, counseling, whatever the issues that they were affected by, we needed to be able to address those issues.
Well, that's the classes.
Right. But if you go on the catalog and then it'll say, there it is, that catalog. So, It's intense, it's scary, but as long as you show Colette that you're working, not just sitting at home eating bonbons, watching Days of Our Lives when they come around, and as long as you're really clean and organized, if you help yourself, they're definitely going to help you. They ain't going to push you to the street. As long as you show that you're trying to do this, you're working the program will work for you.
But the person that you see on the corner that's dirty and disheveled and just, people form opinions about homelessness based on that, and that's not it. That's not the picture of homelessness. It just isn't.
The minute that they were like, okay, so let's grab your stuff and I'm gonna take you to the emergency home now, I was just so grateful that I got accepted and that I was about to go into an emergency home, living a house, a bed, like sheets and comforters and a pillow and clothes and food and everything. I cried, and it was a good cry for the first time ever. It was a cry of being happy. I went from being homeless on the streets and have nothing going for me, nothing at all, and being ignored, to now I'm working 2 jobs. I have a savings account now, which is fabulous. I'm getting ready to look at apartments for myself. What? I'm looking at apartments now? What? For me? I'm gonna pay for myself? And I wouldn't have been able to do this without their help. Absolutely not. To take one look at you, you're homeless. No, There's a lot of people out there. The ones that are not that way are the ones that try and blend in because they feel embarrassed. Who wants to be seen as some dirty thing?
I believe that helping our fellow man is very important. I'm a big believer 100 years from now, it won't matter what house you lived in, what car you drove, what bank account you had, but you were important in the life of a child. And no matter how much wealth we have, we can't take it with us. But if we leave the impression on a child, I think that's what it's all about. If we can leave something to our children, leave something better to them than what we had, we're doing justice. We're doing the right thing.
That's not me. I go where I please. If you were to really look at me and you were to really get to know me and talk to me, then you would know that that's not me. My future, I want to be able to have a place of my own, and I want to go back to school. When I went into school, I was in there for music. I want to go back into school for that again.
Deep